The 200 lire coin from Italy dated 1979 is a fascinating and historically rich artifact that represents a significant era in modern Italian numismatics. Issued by the Italian Republic, or Repubblica Italiana, as inscribed on the obverse of the coin, this particular coin is part of a series that was introduced in 1977 and remained in circulation until the adoption of the euro in 2002. The obverse of the 1979 200 lire coin features a finely detailed portrait of a woman symbolizing the Italian Republic. Her hair is elegantly tied back, and the style of the engraving reflects the neoclassical influence prevalent in mid-20th century Italian coin design. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription Repubblica Italiana, with the double B stylization being a characteristic element of the time and not a minting error, as often misunderstood by casual observers. This personification of Italy was created by artist Laura Crotara, the first woman in Italy to sign a coin design, marking an important step for gender representation in Italian numismatics. The reverse side of the 200 lire 1979 coin features a gear or cogwheel design encircling the face value, L.200, and the date, 1979, at the bottom, symbolizing the importance of industry and labor in post-war Italy's economic recovery and modernization. The gear motif underscores the coin's connection to Italy's rapid industrial development during the 20th century, particularly during the economic boom of the 1950s and 1960s. Below the date is a small mint mark, R, which stands for the Rome Mint, Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato, where the coin was struck. The entire reverse side is both symbolic and utilitarian, emphasizing Italy's aspirations for economic progress and productivity. The background of the reverse is typically smooth, allowing the raised design to stand out with clarity, which helps reduce wear and preserves the coin's visual appeal over time. The coin is made of an aluminum-bronze alloy known as bronzidal, a durable and lightweight material that gives the coin its characteristic golden appearance while ensuring it could withstand years of circulation. The 200 lire coin weighs approximately 5 grams and measures 24 millimeters in diameter. Its milled edge features a continuous reeded pattern, enhancing both tactile and visual identification. Despite its relatively small size, the coin has a distinct look and feel due to its alloy composition, which gives it a somewhat unique sound when dropped or tapped. In 1979, the mintage of this coin was very high, with tens of millions of pieces struck, making it quite common in circulation. Nevertheless, it served an important economic function, representing a relatively high denomination at the time, useful for everyday purchases like a coffee, a loaf of bread, or a tram ticket. From a historical perspective, the 1979 issue of the 200 lire coin came during a period of social and political transformation in Italy. The late 1970s were marked by economic challenges such as inflation and unemployment, along with domestic political instability. Despite these challenges, the Italian lira remained a symbol of national identity and pride. Coins like the 200 lire played a significant role in the daily lives of Italians, facilitating commerce and serving as a constant reminder of the Republic's ideals, values, and aspirations. In terms of numismatic value, the 1979 200 lire coin is not considered rare due to its large mintage. However, collectors often seek examples in excellent condition, uncirculated or mint state, for their collections. Coins in pristine condition may fetch a small premium over face value, especially those that show no signs of wear or toning. On the other hand, worn or heavily circulated examples typically hold minimal value beyond their historical and educational appeal. Culturally, the 200 lire coin also offers insight into the Italian aesthetic sensibility. The artwork is elegant and idealized, with a strong emphasis on classical beauty and symbolism. This reflects Italy's long-standing tradition of integrating art into every aspect of life, including money. The presence of a female figure as the embodiment of the nation echoes the ancient Roman practice of personifying virtues and ideals, bridging the past and the present in a seamless blend of tradition and modernity. Moreover, the inclusion of industrial imagery on the reverse side of the coin also tells a broader story of Italy's commitment to progress and development during a transformative period in its modern history. In sum, The 1979 200 lire coin is more than just a medium of exchange. It is a tangible piece of Italy's post-war identity and economic journey. It combines classical motifs with modern industrial symbols, reflecting the dual heritage of a country deeply rooted in antiquity but striving for modernization. For collectors, historians, and anyone interested in Italian culture, the coin offers a compact yet deeply evocative representation of Italy in the late 20th century. While its monetary value today may be negligible due to its high production volume and the discontinuation of the lira, its cultural, artistic, and historical significance endures, making it a cherished collectible and an educational artifact of considerable interest. Next top. The 200 lire 1988 coin from Italy is a fascinating example of modern Italian numismatics, offering both aesthetic appeal and historical insight into the economic and cultural landscape of late Italy. Issued by the Italian Republic, the coin is part of a broader series of 200 lire coins first introduced in 1977, and it remained in circulation until the introduction of the euro in 2002. The obverse of the 1988 coin features a classical and elegant right-facing bust of a woman, often thought to represent Italia Turrida, the personification of Italy, symbolizing liberty and the spirit of the Republic. Her hair is neatly tied back, and she is surrounded by the inscription Repubblica Italiana, with the Latin-style double B in Repubblica, a stylized form often used in numismatics for design balance and classical flair. This portrait reflects Italy's emphasis on neoclassical ideals and the artistic traditions that have defined its visual culture for centuries. The reverse of the 200 lire 1988 coin typically displays the denomination L.200, with the L standing for lire, and the year of minting, 1988, prominently positioned above a detailed image of a gear or cogwheel, a symbol often interpreted as a nod to Italy's industrial strength and its working class. The background may also feature linear or geometric designs, further emphasizing modernity and structure. This coin is made from agmonitol, a stainless steel alloy that gives it a silvery appearance and good resistance to wear, fitting for a coin that saw heavy daily use. It weighs 5.0 grams, has a diameter of 24 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.8 millimeters, with a plain edge, making it relatively lightweight and compact, ideal for mass circulation. The coin was struck by the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato, the Italian state mint in Rome, which was responsible for minting all official Italian currency during this era. Economically, the 200 lire coin was a mid-range denomination during the late 1980s, used for everyday purchases like coffee, newspapers, or bus fares. Its introduction was part of Italy's response to inflation and the need for higher denomination coins to facilitate daily transactions without relying too heavily on small banknotes. By 1988, Italy was experiencing a mixture of economic challenges and European integration efforts, with the lire's value subject to frequent fluctuations in international currency markets. As such, the 200 lire coin served a practical purpose in an economy still balancing post-war recovery, social modernization, and EU integration. Culturally, coins like the 1988 200 lire piece also reflected the Italian identity, blending classical aesthetics with industrial symbolism, mirroring the country's dual roots in antiquity and modern innovation. From a numismatic standpoint, the 1988 version of the 200 lire coin is not rare, as millions were minted, making it common among collectors. However, the coin's condition greatly affects its value. In circulated condition, its value is usually equivalent to a few cents in euros or dollars, but uncirculated or proof versions may fetch a slightly higher price. Despite its modest market value, the coin is a beloved relic of the pre-Euro era and remains a popular item among collectors of modern European coinage. The design, historical context, and symbolic imagery make the 1988 200 lire a compelling piece to study. It captures a moment in Italian history, a time when the country was navigating modern economic challenges while staying rooted in its artistic and cultural heritage. For collectors, historians, and even those who simply appreciate the tactile history of money, the 200 lire 1988 coin is a meaningful artifact, embodying the intersection of national identity, economic functionality, and artistic expression that defines the best of numismatic tradition. Next top. The 1991 Italian 200 lire coin is a fascinating piece of modern European numismatic history, representing a significant era in Italy just before the introduction of the euro. This coin, struck in the final decade of the 20th century, offers insight into Italian art, politics, and economic practices of the time. The obverse front of the coin displays the right-facing portrait of a female figure symbolizing the allegorical representation of the Italian Republic. Her features are classical and idealized, reminiscent of ancient Roman aesthetics, reflecting Italy's reverence for its classical past. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription Repubblica Italiana, a stylized way of writing Repubblica Italiana, Italian Republic, with a double B used as a typographic design element that appeared on many Italian coins. This portrayal of a serene, confident woman emphasizes national pride, resilience, and continuity of the Italian state. The reverse back of the coin features the denomination prominently inscribed as L.200, with the L standing for lire, Italy's former currency before adopting the euro. Below the denomination is the year 1991, indicating the coin's minting date. Many coins of this series also display a small mint mark, R, which signifies that the coin was minted at the official mint in Rome, Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato. The background of the reverse usually features a stylized gear or cogwheel, symbolizing industry, progress, and Italy's post-war industrial recovery. The gear motif is a nod to Italy's labor force and its aspirations for technological advancement and economic growth. Composed of agmonitol, an Italian alloy of stainless steel known for its strength and resistance to corrosion, the 200 lire coin has a diameter of 24 millimeters and a weight of approximately 5 grams, making it a mid-sized, durable coin suitable for everyday use. The edge of the coin is smooth, unlike some earlier coins which featured reeded or patterned edges. Agmonitol was commonly used in Italian coinage due to its practicality and longevity. The 200 lire denomination was first introduced in 1977 and continued until Italy transitioned to the euro in 2002, making this 1991 edition part of the late run of the series. Economically, the 200 lire coin in 1991 held moderate purchasing power, enough to buy small daily necessities like a newspaper or a coffee. However, by the late 1990s, inflation had eroded its value, and it became more symbolic than economically significant. From a collector's perspective, the 1991 version is generally common, as millions were minted for circulation. Its value today in the numismatic market is typically low unless found in uncirculated or proof condition, in which case it may attract modest interest among collectors of modern European coins or those specifically interested in pre-euro Italian currency. The 1991 200 lire coin also reflects the final decade before the euro was introduced in 2002, making it part of the closing chapter of Italy's national currency legacy. It is an excellent example of how modern states blended classical imagery with industrial themes to express identity, pride, and ambition. It represents a balance between history and modernity, a small object that circulated widely in the hands of Italian citizens, carrying both economic value and cultural symbolism. While today it may no longer serve as legal tender, the 1991 Italian 200 lire coin remains a tangible reminder of Italy's economic journey and its artistic legacy, a modest but meaningful